Well, 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 well. Hey, everyone. It's Thursday night. You know what that means? It's time for a surprise stream. Even though I stream every Thursday night, never missed one. Right, EV23? It is a surprise Thursday night stream. Because I did say that I was probably going to be missing the next couple weeks of streams. But plans have changed. Brad wasn't surprised because we've been chatting, because Brad is how I ended up buying and playing Vintage Story, the game that I'll be streaming tonight. Every Thursday that I stream is a surprise. That's good. Life is nice to have surprises. So, and hello EV23. Hello Brad. Hello J Maxi. Hello Ethan. Hello Food Brother Fina Contreras. Oh my goodness. Quite a turnout during the opening trailer of my stream. How's everyone doing? Let me see the EV say how her foot was. The Brad. Yeah, Brad asked how your foot was. And she said, yup. She must not have noticed. Brad was not surprised. So yeah, this has been a kind of a stressful week. I haven't really been playing much. The house deal, the house purchase, which has been keeping busy for the last month, and is why I thought we would be preparing for moving. We were supposed to be moving in today. Today was our original move-in date. We were supposed to take possession last Thursday, and we had movers booked for today. But it kept getting pushed back, and then a couple days ago, the deal fell through. So we could not. So long story short, for those who don't know, we were trying to buy a house. It was looking good. We really liked it. We were really excited about it. But we had some inspections done, and one of the inspections uncovered a fairly substantial thing that needed to be repaired. That the original bid that somebody gave was like $7,000, but it turned, we did some research and found out that it was going to be more like 30 to 40. So we couldn't we could not come to an agreement with the seller about how we were going to get past that. So the deal fell through. So yeah, actually my wife's already booked a tour for 5 more houses on Saturday. So, if at first you don't succeed, but that's actually it's the first time we were ever in escrow. We put in an offer on a house a few weeks before this one, and but we got outbid. There was like a little bidding war on it, and so we just didn't get it. But this one, yeah, it really looked like we were moving in. So. Well, it was a septic problem, and it was this particular kind of septic system. So, because a standard septic system wouldn't work for the property, but I think the owner was thinking, he took a bid he saw a bid for his standard septic, and he was like I think he wanted to try to use that as the number, because he was like, I'll pay half. But anyways, we're like, no. We talked to the county, and it's going to be like $30,000 more than that. So, yeah, we could. It got a little weird at the end too. So his father-in-law is like a lawyer. He started calling our agent, which is like really weird and inappropriate. It's like trying to beg them to come some sort of a weird arrangement, like quasi shady arrangement, and my agent was just like, dude, we need to walk away from this. I'm like, yeah, okay. Your foot is pretty much the same, has a decent scar, but isn't too big. You didn't know anything happened today, though. Your doctor only extended your disability leave until August 13th. That's like 2 weeks from now. Aren't they supposed to extend it until you can actually work again? You told them you weren't even walking, so how are you supposed to go to work? Oh, do you think so you did the paperwork to fill out? So wait, was it a clerical error? It sounds like maybe he didn't intend to screw you. He just needs to fix it. Hopefully that's all it is. You put 10:20 to go back to work originally? Yeah, well, yeah. Well, if it was just a mistake, then hopefully that's easily fixed. People make mistakes. Believe me, I've done QA of lawyers' work for, you know, like 3 years, and they make lots of mistakes. At least in the work that our company does. So, and they're supposed to be really smart and know how to do everything. So, anyways, but sorry to hear that. That sucks. Oh, Food Brother, you're doing well. You're here at work. Okay. All right. Hey, it's better than not, you know. I mean, you were out of commission for a little while, so being at work is good. You know, got to make that money. Make that bank. Get that bling. Is that what the kids say? Get the bling. So yeah, that's what's going on over here. So it's a little bit of a stressful week. It was kind of funny because the other night, you know, the deal fell through. Like to the last minute, we thought it might work out, but there was like a deadline, a 5 p.m. deadline on Tuesday, I think it was, to where like, hey, this certain thing needed to be signed by 5, or else the deal was just going to expire and fall through. And we were just like, yeah, and if that happens, we're going to walk away. So, but to the last minute, and then, you know, it fell through, and I was like almost relieved, right? Because for those of you who heard me talking about it last week, I kind of went off last week for a long time. It was going to be, even in the best circumstances, a pain in the ass to work, expensive pain in the ass to deal with. And so part of me is kind of relieved that we don't have to deal with that anymore. And I was like, wow, this is like the first time in 6 weeks where I can just like enjoy an evening and not be waiting for some weird, like a contract or some sort of weird offer response or whatever else. Because it seems like for the last few weeks, we've just been kind of on the edge of our seat constantly waiting for the next thing to happen that could, you know, derail the house purchase. And I'm like, at least it's kind of nice, I can just relax. And then I got a call like an hour later, and there's all this crazy stuff going on with my mom. I won't get into that, but it was pretty wild. And I think it's okay, but in the moment it did not seem okay. It seemed like some crazy shit was happening. And yeah, so yeah, it's been a week. Oh, and I found out today that they're transferring us at my work to work for another. I'm gonna have a new boss next week. They're shuffling some leadership around, so everything is, you know, heck, everything's changing. Why can't everything just stay the same? I would just like, let me just have a little like repetitive, boring life for a little while. I guess the grass is always greener though, right? Evie's like, you son of a bitch, all I do is sit around and have boring times right now with my foot. Be glad your life is so interesting right now. It's an ancient Chinese curse. May you live in interesting times. That's a true story. Let me see. He called him. He said the doctor probably put August 13th because you were seeing them. That you need a doctor's note. You could ask. Okay. All right. Sounds like it's something you could work out. No, that's a pain. That's a pain. Oh yeah. So yeah, we're gonna look at a bunch of houses on Saturday. I'm a little scared. Amanda found one she's really excited about. It's a fixer-upper. I'm like, oh, I don't want to do fixer-uppers. It's above our budget, and it's a fixer-upper. But she's like, her mom's also looking for like a house or a place to live. She's retiring next year, and everything's like a little too expensive. And so there's been some talk of like if we could find some place with like a guest house or a finished basement. Like they have houses where like they're multi-generational, where there's sort of like an apartment down in the basement type of thing. So we're always sort of keeping we're not like super duper like looking for that as our objective, but we always got our eyes open. And so this house has that. But I'm looking at the pictures, And it looks like it's been abandoned for 5 years. There's graffiti all over. It's out in the country. It's like out in the woods. I think it's one of those abandoned homes. Like, I know a place where I grew up, there was this one big house up in the hills that was abandoned. And like, it was just a popular place for like stoners to go and screw around. And they'd go up there and like shit in the toilets and do all sorts of stupid stuff. And I get the feeling this house has been used for that purpose for some time. It's like broken windows. It looks like rough, but it's a house where if it were fixed, it would be really cool. 6 acres. We never considered, even thought we could afford a property that big. Well, we really can't. But if our mom comes in with us and like is pitching in, then we could afford it. But I'm like, I don't want to spend another $100,000 in the next 5 years, like making the house livable. A place for stoners. Your kind of place. It's hard, but unless it's your dream house, it's difficult to walk away from a house you want to buy. Yeah. It wasn't necessarily our dream house, but it was sort of was. I mean, to us, we were like, we really liked it. So it wasn't, if you saw it, you wouldn't go like, holy shit, that house is amazing. It was a rather, regular looking house, kind of a 60s, whatever. No one would look at it and go, oh my God, I can't believe, like, I'd do anything to live there. But it was good. It was, spacious. It was well maintained. It was, except for the septic system, which, I mean, I don't fault the guy for not knowing that the septic system was screwed up. You don't often go down there unless like there's a reason, either something's wrong or that you can tell. And it sounds like what the problem was, you wouldn't necessarily know anything was wrong until an inspector went and was like, oh yeah, this is like going to be a huge problem that needs to be replaced. A place for stoners. Yeah, anyways, you do blame the guy, Brad. It's well, there are certain things that are like, they are sort of considered the like due diligence of the buyer, and doing the inspections, like the homeowner is required to disclose any defects, any like that they know of, but it's the buyer, and the guy's put like a ton of money into fixing the place up. Like, I think before he blew all of his money, if he'd known about this, he probably would have used some of it for that. But yeah, that could have happened to anybody. I mean, when I was growing up, we lived in a house for 10 years, my family. And we sold it, and the whole time we lived there, we weren't having like we had a septic tank, and a septic system, and we didn't have like septic inspectors coming by every couple of years to check on it. And when you're selling, the inspections are the burden of the buyer. So in that sense, I really honestly don't like hold him responsible at all for it, but like he should have known about it. Because there's just no reason for him to be doing like septic inspections. But especially because it is doing inspections is the buyer's, option, right? That they know of. Yeah. Good news, you have a full weekend filled with friends. Tomorrow your work friends are visiting, and then Saturday you're going to hang out with a different friend, and Sunday you're going to movies. Wow, what an exciting time. Even with your busted foot, be having all those adventures with friends. With more friends. Pardon me that. Just thought of that. Steve Martin. You ever see The Jerk with Steve Martin, where he's working at the gas station, and there's a guy up in the hills across the street with a sniper rifle. He's like a disgruntled dude. He's snapping. He's gonna have like a shooting spree. And Steve Martin's walking around like cleaning stuff in the gas station, helping people pump their gas or whatever. He plays a character that's kind of like an idiot, like a dummy, like an idiot. And all of a sudden, the dude starts shooting, and it keeps hitting things around Steve Martin. And his boss is like, "Get out of there! Someone up in the hills like screwed up. He's shooting at you." And Steve Martin is like, looks, and he's standing next to a stack of oil cans, and the bullets are all hitting the oil cans. And he's like, "Oh no, he hates these cans. And then he's running, he's trying to run away from the bullets, and like he stops and he's like, oh no, more cans. Like he keeps, when he runs, he keeps running into like more displays of cans, and the bullets keep hitting them. Okay, that's a long thing, but that line where everywhere he goes, he's like, oh no, more cans. And then the bullets keep hitting. I should narrate the entire of Steve Martin's The Jerk. You think that would be a hit? I think that was enough. He hates these cans. Has anyone seen that movie? I would play it, but that's the kind of shit that can get me like, that get my video taken down. Playing a scene out of The Jerk. Hey, yeah. So, Vintage Story, guys. How many of you, aside from Brad, have heard of Vintage Story? I actually had. It's been vaguely on my radar for a couple of years. I think it's been around since. I think it went into early access in 2016. Is it still considered early access? I don't think it is. Brad, do you know if it's early access? Still considered? I think it's not, but it's like it's still in constant development. Yeah, Maxie knows. Yeah. Well, and that's one of the things. Why does it look like Minecraft? That's one of the things. Now, there are many games out there that took Minecraft's look, basically. And they're like used Minecraft as sort of like a launching pad to make a different kind of game. So it does look very much like Minecraft. There are similarities in like the interface and how, you know, different things work. But it is a very different game from Minecraft. It's sort of like a hardcore survival mode. And it's got a pretty steep learning curve. It's very slow paced. Like you don't just, in Minecraft, you start and you basically, you walk up to the first tree you see, you punch it a few times, and like 5 seconds later, you've got a full set of tools. And you're digging down, and then 5 more seconds later, you've got like, you know, you're digging tunnels deep into the earth, mining iron. In this one, it's like you don't even get to the point of like digging through stone for many hours. Like you just like sitting around, foraging around dirt, and very slowly building up. So it's not for everybody. It's got a very slow progression. It's hard. And I've been more of a creepy coward, so I haven't dealt with like the creature, even the creatures. Like if you go, you see like a pig or something and you try and shoot it, it's not like it's just gonna die. Like the pig is gonna try to kill you, and probably in the beginning, it will kill you. Like just about, even though I think I've heard everything except the rabbits. If you try to kill them, can and probably will kill you when you first start the game. They're like extremely dangerous. Was it originally a Minecraft mod? Where they found Minecraft too restrictive, so they built a whole game. Okay. That makes sense. I mean, it really, Minecraft had such, well, still has such a crazy modding scene of like total game conversions and everything else, really. That doesn't surprise me as the background. But yeah, if you play it, like as soon as you spend just the first few minutes with it, you're not like, oh, I'm just playing like Minecraft with like a different, like some tweaks in it or something. It's like, no, it feels like a pretty different game. So it's been on my radar for a long time, because you guys know I like the crafting survival type games. But it's been intimidating because it's like, it's complicated. Even the crafting is complicated. And so I was like, you know, often I don't feel like learning new complicated things. So yeah, anyways, Brad, and I'm surprised Brad bought it for himself, because this does not seem like the kind of game that Brad would be into. But because usually if I tried to play Valheim right now, Brad would be like tearing his eyes out, like, I hate this. And not that this doesn't feel like Valheim either, but I would consider it in a similar genre. Yeah, even though it looks a lot different. Let's see, and your phone is so cool. It's much faster, downloads apps and games in seconds. The games you've played on it run well, and it's consistently been lasting you at least 13 hours a day. Oh my God, that's good. 13 hours is pretty good. I'm glad you're happy about your new phone. That's very exciting, especially when your foot's broke. You have something exciting that you can do while you're not walking. So, good deal. But yeah, so that's all. There have been a few times this year where I've looked, like it keeps popping up. It'll pop up on my YouTube feed every now and then, Vintage Story. And every time it pops up, I go, and I'll watch a couple videos about it and go, I kind of want to try it, but I don't know if I want to deal with the learning curve right now. That looks like it's kind of stressful. And so I haven't put a move on it. And then, yeah, so the other night, Brad was like talking it up, and I started thinking about it again, started watching more videos. And then last night I was like, fuck it, gonna get it. So I played it. I got it last night. I played it for a few hours. I haven't been killed or anything, but it's like, it's got a learning curve. You spend a lot of time on the wiki. I spent a lot of time like Googling things like how to do shit. I should play a video game of the jerk. Well, this game is not called Minecraft, Mecha EV7. Or why is this Minecraft? Well, I didn't realize this. Brad just informed us that this game was originally, the people who made it were originally trying to make a Minecraft mod. And the Minecraft engine wasn't enough to do the things you want to do, so they just built up a whole game basically of their own. So that's why it looks like Minecraft, but it is definitely not Minecraft. Is there a video game of the jerk? Now, it's funny because it doesn't surprise me if there's anything. I'm sure you're just joking, Jeff. And by the way, I don't think I said hi, Jeff. You've been here for a couple minutes. And say hello. The jerk video game. No, I don't think that there is a video game of the jerk. Jerk, Steve Martin. We'll say Steve Martin. Video game. Nope. The Jerk is a classic movie. I've watched that movie so many times. Now that I'm talking about it, I think I might watch it again. It's been a couple years. There's so many, like, we quote it so many times. And there's so many, like, just moments that are just funny. Let me see. The Jerk. I won't play it. I won't play the video. But you can hear the audio. Wait a sec. Where's the... Okay.
These cans are defective. They're springing leaks. Come over here, look at this.
Listen, you better run for cover. You're gonna spring a leak.
Huh?
We don't have defective cans. We have a defective person out there.
He hates these cans. Stay away from the cans. Die, gas pupper. I gotta get away from those cans. There's cans in there too.
Run, run!
More cans. Die, you bastard.
He doesn't want to put holes in the cans. He wants to put holes in you.
What?
All right. And it does also include one of my favorite love songs of all time. He plays on his ukulele and sings a song to his girlfriend called "I'm Picking Out a Thermos for You." And it's all about what a nice thermos he's gonna get for his girlfriend. Which is, as you know, nothing goes straight to a woman's heart better than a thermos. Oh, I'd have to see it again. I honestly don't remember. You could be right, Brad. And it's like, because this stuff wasn't as obvious back then. Like, it didn't stand out back then. But Yeah, there probably is yeah, there's a little bit. Because one of the premises leading into the movie, I don't even call it racist, but it's like racial humor that might not have survived but like that some people might think is like dated today. So because the whole premise when the movie starts is that he was a white kid raised in a black family, like in the Deep South, and he didn't know until he was an adult. He didn't know that he wasn't black. Like he thought he was just one of them, and then he's finding all these things that like he's different from the rest of them, and he doesn't understand why. Like he has no rhythm and he can't dance and stuff. And anyways, but that's like when I look back at that, I'm like, would that be offensive to someone now? Like that kind of humor? But I don't know. Racism part, housing investment, but keep out. I don't know where you're going with that. Everything is offensive these days. I think certain things. I know that I've seen plenty of old movies that I didn't think were offensive. You know what I watched last night? Was Better Off Dead. You guys ever see that with John Cusack? When I think he was like 17 years old. That was one of my favorite movies back in the 80s. I watched that. I rented it from the video store, and we had 2 VCRs, and I used one VCR to record it onto a blank tape. Some movies you could do that back then. Others had protections that the tape would come out all screwed up. And I watched that movie so many times. And it's on, I think it's on HBO Max right now. It was just like laying in my big recliner, just like in a completely stressed out, like exhausted mood the other night. And I was flipping and I was like, oh, Better Off Dead. And it plays the little preview where it'll show a scene from it. And I started cracking up and I'm like, okay, yeah, I gotta watch this. Yeah, there was like, you could put the movie rental in one VCR and then use like the audio video output cable into another VCR and then record it. So like theoretically the second VCR would think it was just recording a video audio source, like a television or anything else. But somehow certain tapes had protections that if you tried to do that, the recording would turn out all fucked up, like all dark where you couldn't see anything. So some of them worked, some of them didn't. Yeah, okay, that I forgot it. Yep, that's probably not considered like a joke friendly for everyone these days. Spaceballs getting a sequel. I did hear about that, Meg Evie. You know what's I'm kind of curious to see how it comes out is they're doing like a Naked Gun sequel reboot that's hitting theaters tomorrow. I don't think I'm excited enough to go to the theaters to see it, but Naked Gun was like one of my favorite comedy series back in the 90s. I thought that I watched those movies over and over again. And Spaceballs is pretty good. I don't know why Mel Brooks's humor never really hit fully home, but I thought all of his movies back then definitely had like they were clever in their ways and they had funny parts. And I watched Spaceballs a bunch of times, so it's never one of my favorites. But you know, it's a spoof of Star Wars basically. So the main character is like Han Solo, and his sidekick is John Candy. If you remember John Candy, Uncle Buck, dressed up in like a dog costume. Instead, that's sort of like that's his Chewbacca, and they cruise around space in a flying RV, like in a Winnebago. So it's basically just like a camper with wings that flies through space. Barf, yeah. So the new Naked Gun is, why can't I think of that guy? Liam Neeson. Liam Neeson plays the new Frank Drebin. In the new Naked Gun, and I've seen a couple of previews for it, and at least the previews are hitting home, like the jokes. You never know till you see the whole movie if it's, you know, even especially a comedy. Comedies can miss hard. And even then, most comedies, like, not everybody likes every comedy. Like, most of them, it's like some people like it, some people won't. What do people think of when they think of John Candy? That Uncle Buck is the first thing I think of with John Candy because it's the main one that I think of. It had Macaulay Culkin. It was right before Macaulay Culkin did Home Alone. And it was like one of the biggest hits that he was in, that where he was the lead. There are other movies like Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, which I think was probably a bigger movie, where it was Steve Martin was the main character, but then they were basically like co-stars. Once John Candy was like in the story, he basically was like a co-star. You think that most people, when they think of John Candy, the first thing they think of is SCTV, Brad? I'm surrounded by assholes. Yeah. The people's name is that. Who's that? He's an asshole, sir. Major asshole. That was like his rank. It was major. Major asshole. How many of you are assholes? They all like raise their hands. Say, oh my God, I'm surrounded by assholes. Yeah, that was a good one, Maggie. So yeah, EV23. If you ever happen to see, like, it's something that goes around on streaming services like Netflix and everything else. If you keep your eyes open, I've definitely seen it on multiple streaming services. Probably on a streaming service right now. Let me see, Spaceballs. Streaming. Nah, it's on HBO Max, but I don't think it's on any of the other major services without like a premium subscription. All right, Maggie V7, have a good night. Thanks for dropping by and sharing your favorite Spaceballs book, and then leaving. Yeah, I'm trying to think of like Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. I think is the biggest movie that most people would remember. Uncle Buck was big, and now that you got to remember, like, I was around then. I was actually working at a video store when those movies came out, so my perception of how big or how popular they are colored by, like, literally how many copies of the movie did we get, how many people were asking for it, like how big a deal was it when it came out compared to other movies. Uncle Buck was a pretty big deal, but it made today, 35 years later, have survived in the social memory quite as well. Was he in Spies Like Us? No, that was Chevy Chase and Dan Aykroyd. Never mind. There are a bunch of sort of like corny buddy comedies back then. He's in a few of them. But I could just Google it. John Candy. And there's ones that I've never seen. Oh yeah, he was in Cool Runnings. I forgot about that. Obviously, I don't think he was he wasn't the coach, was he? Canadian Bacon, I never watched that. But Wagons East, there's a bunch of movies he was in that I just never watched. I didn't even remember that he was in JFK. Delirious, yeah, that was one of them. Only the Lonely, I may have watched that. Nothing But Trouble. I forgot he was actually in Home Alone. He didn't have a major role, but he was in it. The Great Outdoors with co-starring with Dan Aykroyd. Who's Harry Crumb? I forgot about that. Yeah, there's a lot of, were for me, somewhat forgettable movies that he was in. He was in Vacation with Chevy Chase. I don't remember that now. He was the security guard at Wally World. In Stripes, yeah. Blues Brothers. He was in Splash with Tom Hanks and Daryl Hannah. Sorry, folks. The park is closed. I feel like John Candy was a big star when you were a kid, but his output was not tremendous in quantity or quality. He was in a lot of stuff. He was not the star, like the main star of too many movies. And most of the ones that he was, the main star, were not huge hits. In fact, I would wager that Uncle Buck was probably his biggest movie where he was the star. But he was in movies that were much bigger where he was like the buddy comedy where he was co-starring with someone else. And then he's in a bunch of stuff where he's just in it, but he's not necessarily like the main character. Anyways, John Candy, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my god, you guys, I'm tired. Like I looked over at the screen and saw Vintage Story and I'm like, do I really want to deal with this game? Tonight? It's hard. It's just got a big learning curve. But let's see. Hello, James Brick Studios. Yeah, I am a real lawyer. More or less. Depends on who you ask. So no, I am a licensed attorney. I went to law school. I passed the bar. I have a law license. I'm a lawyer in that sense. What I do is I work in a company that like administers class action lawsuit stuff. And we deal with we're working with a court right now to help with a class action, but basically to help organize how the payments go out and stuff. So I'm not when you think about a lawyer that goes to court and shouts you can't handle the truth and just, whatever. I'm in a fight with the other lawyer and I'm making impassioned speeches to the jury and all that. I don't do any of that. I've never done any of that. But I am nevertheless a lawyer. I've never once shouted at anyone, you can't handle the truth. Most lawyers don't do a lot of that. But I think a lot of people, though, when they think that they find out someone's a lawyer, that's the first thing that they assume. Oh, yeah, lawyers. You go to court and you yell at people and you shout, you can't handle the truth. Not that, I work from home and deal with, really tedious, convoluted questions and problems all day long as part of, a class action lawsuit with 50 million class members or whatever. It's huge. It's a big mess. So I work on a team of lawyers that helps untangle messes. Most deal with contracts and whatnot, wills, divorces, that sort of thing. Now, funny thing is, in what I do, I review a lot of contracts, and we review divorce decrees and estate documents and all sorts of things like that, but I don't actually draft any of those things. It's just you have to follow the lines of who's entitled to an asset sometimes, and then you need to be okay. Or people will be you have to, there'll be a $10,000 check and they'll ask for it to be issued in a different name, and you're okay, well, you're gonna have to show some proof that you're actually the same person who's supposed to be getting this check. We can't just change the name. Hey Armando. This game is easier than Minecraft if you follow the guide. Good luck. Appreciate that, Armando. Now I'm only a few hours in, and there's an intro tutorial that even starts with you use ASWD to move, right? And so it does have tutorials. It has a pretty good in-game guides and stuff, and then beyond that, there's like a wiki that I pretty much had open the whole time I was playing it. There's a lot to learn. I think it's it's a little bit of a rosy appraisal to say in any way this game is easier than Minecraft, but it's definitely manageable if you're using resources that tell you how to play. Can I be the executor of your will? You want a real pro? You know, what I would recommend, though, Brad, is someone that has experience in the field of estate law. Those are the real pros. A guy that, like, sometimes looks at wills to try to figure out, wow, is this person dead? Like, usually it's because we'll have a huge check that's issued to someone, and then it turns out that person's dead, and someone else comes and wants to cash it, and then they have to prove that they're like the proper legal successor or executor of the decedent's estate before they can direct us to change any names on the check. You're just trying to... I appreciate that, Armando. And yeah, I've got it yesterday. I played it for a little while. Played it for a couple hours. I really was enjoying it, but yeah, there's a lot to learn. Maybe I'll jump into it right now. You're gonna have nothing to give anyone, so you're confident I can handle it. Oh yeah, you might not actually need a lawyer for that, Brad. You want me to help you draft a will saying no one gets nothing? My lint ball collection goes to my cats, Nana and Dum Dum. I forget what your cats are right now. I know you don't have all the same cats that I remember, but I always remember the names Nana and Dum Dum because I really like. And then the other cat, wasn't there a cat actually? Was it named Other Cat? I always like your cat names. That's what I'm getting at. Okay.
45 seconds of gameplay.
You only have one. Didn't you have enough before, though? Did you have Other Cat? You're 200 hours in? And the game has depth. Well, that's the thing, too, that I like about it so far. Is I like its sort of slow pace. Because the game has a slow burn. Although I'm probably going to end up starving when winter comes. Other Cat. Wait, was Dum Dum? Was a cat called Dum Dum, or you just call the cat Dum Dum? I just know I like that enough that I told other people about that. He has a cat named Dum Dum and then a cat named Other Cat. You can't wait to see me starve. Oh no, Dum Dum succumbed to cat cancer. I'm sure you told me at the time. Because all it's been filed away as is that I know that you've had cats and that you do not have all the same cats that you once had. Other Cat is a W name? Alright, so when last I played this, it's nighttime, and there were horrible sounds coming from outside. Do I need to turn the in-game volume up? It looks... I guess sound level is up. So you can watch me now that I'm playing. I'm just going to be stumbling. So yeah, at a glance, okay. It does sound a lot like Minecraft. I don't know what to do. I don't want to go outside. Let me see. But if I look at the wikis to pass the time, then it pauses the game. Here's my fire. I think I don't need my fire going right now, do I? Body temperature looks fine. Outside temperature is a little chilly. I wish I could switch to Fahrenheit because I don't intuitively know Celsius. But 12 sounds good. Sure, maybe a little chilly. This looks like the house we tried to buy. Nah. I mean, the house we tried to buy was brown, but it looked a little nicer than this. It does look a little bit like the one house, the fixer-upper that we found. That's one of the houses we're looking at this weekend. Where I'm like, I'm just curious to see it, but I don't want to buy a fixer-upper. Don't go out, you might not have stuff to do. Oh yeah, I spent a lot of time digging up cattails because inventory is pretty limited in this game. In fact, you know what? Let me see. I'm gonna eat some berries. That's what I'm gonna do. Some red currants. I realized that green bar on the right is my hunger bar, and it was like getting down. 12 Celsius is 53 Fahrenheit. That sounds about right. So, but I know that like 30 something is human body's regular temperature. What's it, 36? 30, yeah, that's 37. And I know that 0 Celsius is freezing, so that's 32. So I have some frame of reference to be like, all right, well, if it's 12, that's like a third of a way from 32 to 86 point. Okay, wait, what's regular temperature? 98.6. There we go. So, oh yeah, well you get to choose your character class. So that's not actually a loincloth. That's it's a the character class I chose is the malefactor, which specializes in stealth, and I didn't realize you have those who committed crimes in the underground were exiled to join the sky. I guess I was a bad guy. I have a little bit like a rogue background. But depending on, there's about 5 different classes you can choose. Each one has some strengths and weaknesses. This guy does less damage and has less health, but he's sneakier and he gets more when he does certain gathering. He gets more. So you're gonna open the guide and select it to not pause the game. Oh, there you go. Oh, Armando. Now the other thing that I would like, you can't move this around, can you? I keep wanting to I want to move this over here. Movable. Oh, yeah. Okay, I'm learning. I just figured that out for myself. I'm sure Armando was already in the middle of typing me to tell me how to do it. Because the other problem I was having is this is also where you look up like recipes and stuff. And it's sort of like Minecraft where you place the things and you need to yes, everything should be movable. You place the things, so let's say you're gonna look up oh wait, do I have to do it every single time? I'm gonna look up shovel. And whatever. Then it's like, okay, I need this, and I have to do in that configuration. But by default, the thing covers up your inventory. So I kept being like, okay, it's this, and this. And then I would close that and try to remember. And I forgot already. And I'd open it up again. And then I ended up using the actual, I have 2 monitors. So I just had the wiki open the second monitor, and I was looking the stuff up over there. But all right. So wait, but if I do it again, I could, oh my gosh. All right. I'm much happier now that I figured that out. So, but I honestly don't know what I'm doing in here except for waiting until morning. Once I get moving around, I'm going to have to see if I have the sound turned down way down. Whoa, hello. Trying to there we go. I'm trying to use some of my media keys because the volume is very low in my headphones, and I accidentally hit the thing for screenshot in case y'all heard like a camera clicking. I learned more tonight than in the previous week. It had gotten quiet out there. When I logged out last night, I heard a bunch of scary sounds outside. And but it sounds pretty quiet out there right now. Let me see. Do I have a game plan for what I'm doing? Rift activity was medium, I think. Yeah. It has been, it was calm for a little while. The first night, I was having a bad night. I didn't really know how easy it was to make like a dirt shelter. I just know you can't construct very much in the beginning. And so it got dark and I did a campfire, and then it rained the whole night and it kept putting out my campfire. So then I was looking for more firewood. And so I started going towards some trees, and then all the monsters in this game are a little unnerving. The ones that come out at night. They kind of creep me out a little bit. And I started running into them. But yeah, when you hit your character button, it tells you the date and temperature, rainfall in the area, and then the current rift activity, which varies. Where'd I get the blue belt? I chose... Did you choose the character class Malefactor? It just came... This whole outfit came because I chose that as my character class. Oh, jeez. Alright, you can be fixed. I can go outside, but if I walk a few steps, I'll most likely encounter some bad stuff. Okay. And I just realized once the music kicked in that the game is not actually low volume. It's just quiet right now. Alright, well, because Maxie wants to see me go, I'm sure Maxie would not recommend me going outside just because he wanted to see something horrible happen to me. Nobody in my chat would ask me to do something just so they could see my character have a horrible, a dangerous experience. Because everyone cares about my success and well-being. Do I have weapons? Oh yeah, I have a club and a spear. It's actually, it looks like the sun is starting to come up. So there's probably actually nothing out here right now. Okay, I hear a wolf. I think I might want to... I had turned the music up a little bit because I like the music when it kicks in. Oh yeah, I definitely see some bullshit walking around out there. Alright, you know what? I'm gonna go back inside because that's scary. I don't know if you saw it, but I did. And it was very unnerving for me. Remember how I used to be like, I love horror games and shit. Starting to think that maybe I don't. They just stress me out. Which is fun sometimes, but... You saw nothing? I saw a strange, oddly moving figure walking over there. Then Millie hear the wolf. Oh, I got some stuff I want to put away, though. Let me see. Do I have a system here? I think I was putting live organic stuff in here. I probably don't need flax fibers on my person. And... axe. No, I probably don't need the shovel all the time. Move this up here. You can spend your evenings panning for copper. Does that necessitate being able to make a pan? Oh, okay, it's not a horror game, but it has caused you the most anxiety you've had with any game. I can see that. Yeah, no. The other thing I forgot is that I have... This is what I was going to do during the evening when Oh, I keep doing... Okay. I have a bunch of clay. Let's see. What can I do? Now I'm going to look at the... clay. What can I do with clay? Clay oven. Clay forming. Clay forming produces fire. Okay. Snapping, hold shift, right mouse with clay in hand to create a clay forming surface. A selection of clay recipes will be offered. Once you've selected a recipe, you should have to form it. Use the left mouse button. See, this is where I'm having to learn like every single thing. But this is similar. I don't need to craft anything right now, but when you craft like axes and knives and everything else, you do like the axe head first, and you actually have to get the stone out and carve the shape of the head of the axe out of the stone and then put it on a stick. It's kind of cool. Once you select the recipe, you have to form it. Use the left mouse button to remove voxels. Right mouse to add voxels. Once the shape is complete, pick it up and put it in a pit kiln. I do not have a pit kiln. How do I make a pit kiln? Place clay products in a 1x1 hole. Then place dry grass, sticks, and firewood. Peat and coal could also be used instead of firewood. Ignite your fire. Oh, ignite to fire your clay products. Careful. Ignites nearby combustible rocks. All right, I think my first question is like, okay, I'm gonna come out here. I'm gonna pick up some dirt. But that's gonna be like the thing that I'm working on now. Now, I think what I want to try and do is find a direction where I'm not going to run into a bunch of water and maybe dig a little bit more out of my base. Some water. Good water right there. Okay, I'm going to dig that way. Wait, did I? There we go. I should be using this. I just want to expand a little bit, like make another room over here. And maybe dig down a little bit. Supposedly, when you dig down, it's cooler the further down you go. And that's good for preserving food. So maybe I'll dig down and make a little room or something down here. If I can. And if I hit rock, I think I'm screwed, though. Oh, what was that? I'm going to come back in here for a minute because I don't like those noises. Such a scaredy pants. Okay. Was that growl? All right, this is what I'm going to do. The whole point was I was going to expand my room. Ah! Oh, yeah! No! Well, Brad warned me that the, congratulations, you died. Oh, this game is an asshole. You can respawn or rage quit, are the two options. This is the first time that I've died. Okay. I'm gonna need to note where I've respawned. Okay. That's one thing I didn't do when you first come in game. It's your respawn point. Respawn. And it doesn't change until later you can get an item to change. Okay. Well, that sucks. Where's my mini map? It's up in the top right. Yeah? Is that what you mean? Um, oh, show up pretty quick. Getting my shit. Yeah, I've heard that if you die like that, when you go back to where you died, there's a good chance that whatever kills you is still going to be kind of hanging out there. So that'll be fun to deal with. But, you know, what have I got to lose? Nothing, right? Wait, you do lose. I lose half your... I lost half of my, my hunger. Let's see. Oh, it's a 50-foot range. So you don't exactly spawn in the exact same point. Is that what you're saying? You spawn within 50 feet of your original? Was that where the 50-foot range combat was about? That's the first time wolves came right to my house. Oh shit. There he is. I'm just gonna sneak my ass over here and hope he doesn't see me. Damn, he's a big looking bruiser, isn't he? Is he over there chowing on my dead corpse? Maybe he's leaving. Oh, there are options to change it. Okay. Whoop. Alright, well, when he goes that way, I'll go this way. Looks like he was, I hope he wasn't just fake leaving. I'm gonna sneak back into my house. Alright, we're gonna just quietly... Alright. Oh, here, I want to keep that one open. So I have a little bit of daylight. A little bit of daylight would be nice. But hopefully not enough space for a wolf to come in. Some you can expect to hunt in packs. So yeah, that's... I have watched a few videos about this. There are actually a few videos that I sort of saved for later that seem like they're going to have a lot of tips. I've spent a little time watching those, but so I've gotten some like starter tips from that. And that was one of the things that stuck in my mind, is that wolves will mess you up and that they'll hunt in packs. So if you see one and if you happen to beat it, you can still end up like in a lot of unfortunate circumstances. Oh wait, did I? Okay, so I can't. I should probably, this is what I'll do. I'll make my floor be this level. Because it looks like I'm not going much further, but... Yeah, this is the point where I'm just gonna fumble. For, like, I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm still kind of enjoying doing it. That's about where I'm at the moment. I'm like, yeah, I'll do this. Can I open? Okay, that just happened. Just bloop, there we go. Those wolves were relatively nice. I only saw one. Did you see more than one? The important thing is you always need more food. That's a good point. I should, and I should probably look into farming and stuff too, because I have a bunch of seeds. The whole region I'm in is poor, so I should probably close this up. This is basically what I do instead of a door. Can a wolf get through the one hole if I have it like that? I'm hoping not. Okay. So, I'm gonna dig a little bit more out here. Plant stuff, it's not Minecraft. Plants take forever. Okay. But do I have to, like, water them and find some way to fertilize them and do all sorts of fancy advanced agriculture? Do I have any medium fertility soil? You need that. I don't recall so far when I've looked seeing any medium fertility soil. Maybe I need to spend some time exploring for that sort of thing. Found a bunch of clay. All right. So I think I'm gonna dig a hole. And then let me look at this wiki again about clay forming. You heard me scream from the other room? I got killed, Maxie. I got killed while I was just trying to expand the safe area of my home. A wolf came into my the room I was constructing, and it was like, it killed me. I felt like I got one-shotted. It went pretty quick. It wasn't one shot, but it was like 2 shots. I went real fast. The pit kiln. That's what I was going to do. 1 by 1 by 1 hole. Place dry grass. Should have dry grass. And I guess I can't keep this open. Clay forming, pit kiln. Can I pin this? So when I open it again, it's there. Sticks and firewood. I do have some sticks. I think I got my firewood in here. Oh wait, I need to have space for it. Here. I'm not using the axe at the moment. Not using the flint at the moment. Sort of using some of this other stuff. Okay. Oh, firewood I also needed. Can I stack that on there? The stack is 32. Wait a minute. Now I've got to look at it again. It said grass, sticks, and firewood. Clay forming, pit count. Then place dry grass, sticks, and firewood. Count. Sticks. Did I not do it right? Because if I just put firewood down now, it's just going to cause me to create a campfire. All right. Does anyone know what I'm doing wrong? I'm trying to make a pit kiln. It says a 1 by 1 by 1 hole. Oh, I placed the products first. Okay, never mind. That's what I'm doing wrong. So I've got to make the thing with the clay. Let's see. So here's the clay. Oh my gosh, what do I want to make? Oh. Fire pot. I'm a little bit overwhelmed right now. Vessel. Cooking pot. Water pitcher. Containers for food. A raw cooking. Let's see. Raw planter. Raw cooking pot. Raw planter. Oh, is there one, or I can make 4? All right, and then you cut out. Now I don't. Oh, did I do it backwards? I actually have no idea what the hell I'm doing. But I need to cut this shit out. It's not Minecraft, Alan. Hello, Alali. It's this Vintage Story, which is a very different game that looks like Minecraft. It's all wrong, but I can fix it. Do I cut out around here instead? This is not acting like the patterns that I've dealt with before. All right, I'm doing it all wrong. Yeah, I'm sort of not understanding what they're asking me to do here. Did I violate the terms of YouTube service? Oh, Alali, because you couldn't talk. I'm making 4 things. Okay. So am I filling in all the green? Is that the idea? I hear a goddamn wolf out there. Like filling in all the green? Is that it? The green you have to fill. Ah, okay. Yeah, crafting's a little different here than in Minecraft. But yeah, this is like a very sort of much more complex hardcore survival version of Minecraft. Can I not move around? I just realized like I'm like stuck in place. Usually when I'm doing this stuff, I can move around it, get different angles that feel better to me. Press F to select a bigger space to fill. Oh, probably. Okay. Well, I've already done. Oh. Alright. Well, what's done is done. So now do I cut this out? Like, what are they waiting for me to do? Ah. Oh. What the hell is that? Okay. Here, let me get my dirt. Here, now I feel a little safer. I don't like that. I don't like sounds that I don't know what they are. So, did I finish it? Now, oh, should I put it down there? Oh, no. Okay, I think I did this backwards. So, I'm not finished. Okay. It's not clear to me how I'm not finished. Oh, there goes my, Here, time to make another shovel. Flint shovel head. There we go. Shovel head. Stick. Wait. Oh no, that's not the shovel head. This is the shovel head. There we go. Now I've got a shovel. Okay, now I'm being weird. You're not finished. It's not finished. I'm being weird. The tool breakage never ends. Okay. Alright. Well, I guess being confused is kind of one version of being weird. Because I am being confused. Okay. I can't tell by looking at this what it wants me to do next. Am I cutting out the middle? Select my clay once more. Okay, I just did that. Am I cutting out the middle? Okay, now I don't know what I don't know what these tools do either, now that I'm looking at it. Oh. Oh no, whoops. All right. Feel like that didn't work out so good. Oh, now I know. I'm doing it backwards. I'm doing it backwards. I have to build up the green. All right. I'm making a 3D object. Now I get it. It's sort of like a 3D printer. All right. I just wasn't getting what they were trying to convey. I think it's starting to click. Yeah, pixel by pixel. This is what was that? Last time I heard that like a windstorm came, I kept thinking there were rattlesnakes everywhere. I never saw a rattlesnake, but I was terrified the whole time that there was one constantly sneaking up on me. Next layer up, please look at your tools before you do anything. Okay. I will do that. Okay, we're at the next layer up. I've got copy, duplicate layer. Oh, like that? Oh, okay. I like that. Let's see, you can press Alt to open your inventory while doing this so your camera does not move. Might make it more easy. Okay, that's good to know. Oh, now I've got to fill this one in manually. Okay, I'm screwing this up. Oh, I think I had like the wider brush open. All right, and if I hit Alt, oh, I see. If I hit Alt, I can just, oh yeah, that does make a huge difference. Okay. Then I can literally just draw the shape with my mouse and not be like moving along with it, which is terrible. Oh yeah, this is much better. Ooh. I'm screwing this up. G-Law 2025. I'm still duplicating layer. Yeah, I must have messed up. Maybe stop that since this layer isn't the same as the one before it. I think I caught up with that. I didn't. It was. I only noticed you told me that after I bumbled through it. I can do this while napping tools as well. Okay. No, that's good to know. All right. So there's this. So now I put this down. And then I put this down. And then I put this down. Wait. And then I put the sticks. And then I'm going to put firewood. And now I got to light it. Where's my fire starter? And oh, and I burned myself a little bit because I am stupid. Next, I can put all 4 in one. What? Oh, I only put 1 in there? I thought I put... Oh. Okay. Alright. So I can probably dig another hole and try again. I have a lot of firewood though. In fairness, I've got a lot of firewood. Which, it's not ideal that I just wasted a bunch, but... Oh, I see. Alright. I know I'm wasting a little bit here because I could be putting 4 in there. Let me stand back a little. Oh, hold on. Let me put this out. I can pile your firewood outside a chest. Looks nice, more convenient. All right. So you're talking about, like, do it like this? Does it have to be next to a chest? I don't have that much firewood at this point. Oh yeah, it does. I can keep putting more. Did I just hear another wolf out there? And so how long does this shit burn for? Clay forming. Once the shape is complete, put it in a pit kiln. I suppose I'm just gonna let this go until it's done. You think my estate's looking marvelous? Thank you. Thank you, Maxie. It's nice of you to say. The next day, okay. So, let me see. Should I consider putting... Oh my god, I'm like basically starving. Yeah, I should go out and look for some food. I mean, I have these berries, and I think I have collected some grains and mushrooms. But they keep for a little while, and berries go bad a lot faster, like within a couple of days. So, and I've run into berry bushes like all over the place. Eat the firewood. All right. You know how I'm gonna do that? With the power of my imagination. You're gonna need a bowl to eat. You can't eat directly from the cooking pot. Right. No, there was a ton of stuff. And yeah, Brad listed a bunch of things that I need to make. But I feel like I need to get food and more firewood and stuff. And then do I need to plant crops? Like are there... I sort of feel like there are things that I need to be doing immediately or something. Turnip seeds. All right. How do I plant seeds? Oh, I mean medium soil, don't I? Never mind. Because I don't have medium soil. Oh, wow, I really burned through my sticks, too. Medium soil isn't required. Okay. Well, then I'm going to have to probably look up a tutorial on how to plant stuff. Because apparently it's not as easy as pointing at the ground and pushing use. Unless it is, and I just right-clicked when I should have left-clicked, or shifted when I should have controlled, or... all the other stuff that I maybe don't quite have down to muscle memory yet. Go find medium. It's all over. Okay. Don't use the low-quality soil. Okay. And it's getting dark again. I should have done all that kiln shit when it was nighttime. Because now that it's getting dark, I wish I was the black curry bush. I don't want to kill those. Now that it's getting dark, is when I need to realize I need to do stuff outside. Birch leaves. Where's my knife? There's my knife. There's more clay stuff to do. Don't worry about it. Well, but don't I need sticks? I guess I could do the actual clay stuff. I got plenty of clay for shaping. I can never quite tell where I'm going to find sticks. I know you can sort of tell by looking at these which ones have sticks. Or maybe you can't. I couldn't tell. There's probably a way to tell. I just don't know how to do it. I should be doing more food collection during the day. Well, right. Like, I was at night being like, how do I pass a dime so it'll be day again? And I was looking at the wiki unpaused just so it wouldn't be night anymore. When really, what I should be doing is doing all my clay shaping shit when I'm stuck inside at night. And then instead of wasting the whole day figuring out how to use clay like I just did, it would have been a benefit for me to be roving around looking for food. So hopefully these are all lessons that, even though I'm saying the words out loud as if I understand that there's a better way for me to have done it than the way that I did it, there's a very good chance when the time comes, I just won't do it that way. I'll lose track of time. I'll be inside all day long again. All right, it's getting dark enough that I'm getting uncomfortable being out here. If rift activity is calm or low, you can explore a bit at night. It is calm. I think I'm going to want a torch, though. Did I have a torch? Oh, I used... Okay. I still want to go back home as I get myself situated. Because I just get nervous being outside. And I used dirt as my door. Yep. So no surprises. If you make a bed, can you sleep overnight? I looked up bed on the wiki and nothing happened. So, but there's a good chance there's another word for it that I didn't think to use. So my answer is I don't know. But my initial exploration of the topic was no. You definitely can make a bed. Okay. Let me see. Bed. Oh, there they are. It's all over the place. I don't know. I must have done something wrong. I typed, maybe I spelled bad or some, whatever. There it is, a million different beds. I can make a hay bed. I'll put it right next to my kiln. Like an idiot. Okay. Bed. Bed. Hay bed. I need to make hay out of grass. Okay, how do I make hay? Hay. Grass. That's 2, 2, 2, and 2. All right, well, maybe I'll start making some hay. Oh, then can I sleep through the night if I want to? I don't think I want to tonight. Oh, I didn't realize. Did the torch burn out? Like, is this torch expanded? I didn't realize torches, like, expired. That's another Minecraft thing that I'm spoiled about. Infinite lasting torches. Okay, well, let me see. Or is it still there? It just burned out? Okay, I don't... There we are. I don't know why. Okay, I'm going to stop questioning it. Click on the picture of the ingredient to see its recipe. Okay. Oh, I don't have very much grass. I mean, getting grass is super easy. Right, so I'm going to go outside looking for grass and then casually get myself killed. Actually, why don't I widen my get grass doing this too. Widen my front little front door area. And you know what? I am gonna make another torch. I need to remember how the fuck to make a torch. Okay. Put on the picture of ingredients. Okay. H. Torch. All right. It's starting to get grass and sticks. Oh my god, dude! Fuck you! All right. All right, come here, you little bitch. Oh, I'm gonna die. I am gonna die. Oh god, I'm gonna die. And I don't have a torch. Okay, so So this is low rift activity, huh? Oh my god. I don't even want to respawn. The rage quit option is looking very appealing at the moment. All right. Well, where was I? Okay, I can get some I can make a torch out here. All right. This doesn't suck. I'm having fun. That's what's happening to me right now. Oh, is there medium soil right here? What the hell is that? What were those honking beasts? It's like whatever they have instead of zombies in this game, basically. That are very, at least so far I find them very, God damn it! Alright. You son of a bitch. I thought I would have just a moment of peace. But there's spawn campers. Maxie? Fuck. Fucking camper? Camper piece of shit? Okay, I don't... Oh, no. Oh, current rev activity high. Okay, great. Great. I love that for me. Well, I'm going to make a note that there's some medium quality soil around my spawn point. Okay. Swimming's relatively safe, yeah. Maybe I'll just stay out here on this little strip of sand. Do they swim too? Those little fuckers, they do! Nope. Ah. Oh, I'm dying. I got 1 bar of health right now. I'm guessing I'm also bleeding too. Please, where's all my stuff? Oh, I ran outside. God damn. Okay. Can I do this? Just. Okay. Can I get some food, please? Stop it. Eat the food. All right. I'm going to despawn if I leave overnight. Okay, I knew it would despawn. I didn't know how quickly it respawned. Apparently the answer is quickly. It was a really good idea that I walked into the goddamn dark. Okay. I think I found all my stuff. All right, I'm going to come back in here. Let's get this. Oh my god. Hello, Batus. 10 minutes. Okay, that's good to know. Because to say that it respawns eventually, without further clarification, leaves a pretty wide range of time that period of time could be. 10 minutes is a much more well-defined period of time to be aware of. Seal it. Totally? All right. Just gonna... They can come in with just that hole still? Okay. Okay. Give me a block of dirt so I can fill in this. There we go. They can come in through those itty bitty holes? I don't like that either. Don't care for it. Okay. This time did I not get the torch replacement? Last time I hit a burnout torch, I got a new one. Apparently I'm not so lucky this time. All right, I do have a little bit of dry grass, and I do now have some sticks. Or do that. How much food do I have left? Not a lot. But I probably should eat more because I'm still only half satiated. This is all my food right here. This lasts 45 days, 1.9 years. I'll do stuff, and then this is 39 days. Saw these mushrooms. Probably I unwittingly eating like some very high value ingredients. I was like, no, you should never eat the white puff balls. But that's what I'm going to do. And I can look back at this later if I discover this is a foolish thing for me to do. I can look. Oh, it is in my hand. I can look back. Oh, no, those are the ones I just made. I can look back later and go, what a fool I was eating those mushrooms when I could have saved them for cooking. Because the best recipes use the white mushrooms. They're precious. You should never eat them raw. It's a horrible plan. I probably ate more than I needed to. I bet my hunger was already full as I ate the last 4 mushrooms. Just because I wasn't paying attention. All right, can I light this up? Can I hold this up to that and light it? Yeah, I like that. All right, you can go on the wall there. Okay, that's good. Okay, well, I think it's time to stay inside. Make some more clay. That's what I think. Where did I still have my clay on me? Yeah, I got a bunch of clay. All right, so let's, I'm going to put some stuff back. I probably don't need all this wood right now. I probably don't need all this dirt right now. This is where my dirt goes in here. I hear shit moving out there. I'm going to keep some dirt on me because I use it as doors and shit. Okay. As long as you're hurt, your hunger kind of goes nuts. It's going to deprive your food stores fast. Might want some extra spears for hunting tomorrow. I haven't, do they stack? I haven't tried that yet. I actually haven't killed anything in this game yet. Because when I run around, I've always been able to find berry bushes. Torches burn out in 48 hours. You can reset their timer by breaking them and picking them and placing them again. But once they've burned out, are they gone? Because the first one burned out, and I broke it, and then I ended up with another torch in my inventory. Maybe the second one landed someplace where I just didn't pick it up again. Anyways, I'm not sure what happened. The first one I burned out, I broke it off the wall, it ended up on my inventory. The second one, it burned out, I broke it off the wall, and it vanished. Spears do not stack exactly, but if you put them in your baskets, they'll automatically replace one after you throw it or it breaks. I see. That is good to know. All right. Well then, I guess next order of business is make some spears. Let me see. I have 6 sticks. So maybe I'll make 3 more. I have 1 spear. Maybe I'll make 3 more spears. See how that goes. They banish if burnt out. All right, then I don't know what happened. Maybe I already had one in my inventory and I just didn't realize it. I don't know. There's a whole lot. There's a whole lot in this game right now that I think it's taken a while to stick. This is also, I complain about this sometimes, but it's compounded by the fact that what I do in real life involves constantly inventing new processes to solve new problems. And so my brain is like constantly feeling stretched. So sometimes when I get around to the end of the day and I try to play a game like this, and I'm trying to learn it, my brain is like, a lot of stuff just bounces off of it. It's like, hey, you used me enough for 8 hours while you were working. I don't have room for that spears don't stack, but if you put them in your inventory, it'll automatically. It's like, oh wait, no, I remembered that because I just said it. All right. Spear head. And I can do this. And another one of these. And another stick. Going through those sticks pretty quick. And there we go. And now I've got 3 spears. I guess I could. Okay, I'm guessing this spear heads don't stack either. Oh, that'd be an interesting thing. Maybe the heads stack so I can do a bunch at once, or are they gonna fill up my inventory? Anyways, I got as much spears as I want to deal with. I can't tell if it's light or day out there. Okay, I'm gonna break this one wall open. But now I'm very paranoid. Oh, looks like it's starting to get light out, but I also think I just heard a horrible sound right outside. They banned 3 is good. Okay, I got it. All right, here's what's gonna happen. That's my organic storage. This is my inorganic storage. I got like a scheme here. I've got those, got sticks, I got that. I probably don't need to be carrying dirt around with me. I just use the dirt in my house to build shit. But I gotta go check out some of that high quality dirt so I can start planting some stuff. All right, am I ready to go out into the world? Spears. Flint spear, I like to have on 1. That on 2. On 3. Axe on 4. There we go. Loving all of this. Put these in here. Probably don't need the fire starter out, but I like to have it with me. Death incoming in 3. No, don't say that. Is that true? Was I about to die? Or are you joking with me? Lucky? Was I really? That sound? How would I have died? All right. From that one little block that I had open, when I heard that moaning sound, something was like something could have killed me right then. I didn't realize it. How do they get in there with just one block open like that? Okay. But it really... Oh, there's a rift over there. Oh, God. Rift activity high. Oh, there's rifts everywhere. Oh, my God. Okay. No, this is not cool. Rift activity high. That does not seem like a good day to be out foraging. Although I do need to, eat. I need food. Not bad, actually. Here, I'll eat these turnips. And I'm just gonna eat a bunch of grain like an animal. Like a donkey. Or a horse. Alright, I'm gonna leave that alone for now. They won't spawn if light level is high enough. Eating good, yes. Hello, Chris. How you doing, man? But it was bright outside, and I saw the monsters still. They're out there, right? Oh, I should probably put another torch in there, though, huh? Maybe I should take this extra torch down. And I'll put that torch over here. So each room will have a torch. So that nothing spawns in them. All I know is I ran into a wolf and the wolf killed me. I ran into a monster and the monster killed me. So my experience so far is if something wants to kill me, it just does. Though the wolf, I will admit, did a lot faster. Just saying hi. All right. Gather hay, make bed, sleep during night. Well, I'm starting to think that, like, I need to really use the nighttime to do inside house chores. Like, it's very time consuming to make all that clay stuff to bake. So if I keep myself organized to where when I'm trapped inside to be safe, there are things that I can do while I'm inside that are time consuming that I need to be done. More likely to die from wolf than monster during the day. Be brave. Okay. It's pretty bright out right now, too. If you run into a single monster, your chances of beating it are great anyways. Okay. I just haven't experienced beating a monster. So, the one that I tried to attack, of course, maybe the angle of attack was a little weird. But he just was wailing on me, and I thought I was maybe hitting him back, but it wasn't really happening, so he did not seem to be getting hurt by anything that I was doing. A bunch of mushrooms grew up over here before. How long did they take to respawn? Apparently longer than a couple days. You'll figure them out. Okay, yeah, that's true. I mean, there's a lot of games like that where I spend the first several hours being terrified of everything, and then flash forward like a few more hours into the game, and I'm just like not even scared of the things that I was scared of anymore. But right now, everything feels very intimidating to me. Okay. I might start heading back to where I saw the medium fertility soil. What is this? Oh! Alright, Mr. Boar. No, I just passing through. I feel like attacking a boar is a bad idea. I don't think I'm up for it. I think he had friends there, too. Walking is good while exploring. Keep an eye on rocks. Keep an eye on rocks. You mean like these guys? Like pick this stuff up? I don't know. Or keep an eye out for soil as I'm walking. Or clay chunks or whatever else. Or, not clay, but, what are they called? I found some copper when I was paying attention earlier, and I marked it on my map that I found surface copper. I heard if you find surface copper and you come back later when you can dig, you can mine, then there's probably actual like copper veins and shit under there. Low fertility soil. Can you tell by looking at the soil at all, or do you have to point at it? Low fertility. That's all low fertility. That's also where I was like, do I want to stream this game tonight? Because I can be notoriously horrible at trying to learn a complicated game while I'm streaming. Hey, I mean, not that I'm, oh, okay. I gotta be fair to myself. When you guys watch me play games, I probably look like I suck really bad. Oh, I used the wrong button. I could have just pruned it. Never mind. Oh, okay, fine, whatever. When I'm playing on quietly, focused by myself, I'm a lot better at stuff. I'm surely not great. I'm not claiming that, like, I'm actually really, like, top tier gamer when nobody's looking. Not saying that at all. That would be a bunch of bullshit. But I'm definitely not quite as bumbling and absent-minded and forgetting what I'm doing every second as I appeared to be while you guys are watching me. It takes forever to make new berries, but it happens eventually. Oh! I know I was seeing fertile soil. There we go. It is dark. It's darker. So for some reason, I thought I would like run into a biome where everything was, all the soil was fertile soil or something like that. This didn't seem to be the case. Hi, Chauncey. That's my bird Chauncey, who's alive. Contrary to certain cynical theories about animatronic birds. Alright, I don't know why I got off on that little side thing. There's grass all over my house. I should focus on... I'll get grass too as I'm carving out the medium quality soil. Oh yeah, it's Chauncey. Streaming is hard. You should mark those onions. Oh my god. This is gonna sound stupid as hell, but my first thought is, what onions? I probably have already walked by them. Cranberry bush, flowering. Prune. Where were were they crops on the ground that I just picked up? I have mushrooms, red currant bush. Why am I carrying the red currant bush? All right, I am getting extremely befuddled at the moment. Zombie bird confirmed. That's why I play so much Project Zomboid. Chauncey demands it. All fits together. It's not true, Matus. Not true. Chauncey's alive. By the shrooms you picked up. Where you got the shrooms? The hell was that? Okay, I don't... This is gonna sound really dumb, but I don't remember where I got the shrooms. Was that on my way here? I just know I ran along. When I saw stuff, I picked it up. I probably should have noted it. Is this? Oh, growing onions. Okay, I got you. Was it here? I'll just say onions. And save. There we go. Yeah, there's a bunch of onions around here. 3 in a pond that small is surprising. Just kill those fish. Can I do that with the spear? How do I... All right. Good. Do I have fish parts? My inventory is pretty much full too. Hold on a minute. In water, no need to throw a spear. Okay, good to know. Did I actually get any fish parts? Do I have to pick them up separately? I would assume getting fish meat would be the objective. All right, this bush doesn't need to be here. Just gonna get it. I didn't intend to pick it up. I know it'd probably be a great idea to save it and plant it near my base, but right now I'm just concerned about filling up inventory. Fish do not always give meat. It's around 50-50. Okay, so it wasn't like I did something wrong there that caused me to not get meat. All right. Oh, I see. There's a content. I was like, why am I having trouble moving now? And it's, I didn't notice the content pop up. And nothing. Okay. So I think that was 3 for 3 with no meat. But, oh well. I probably... Oh, I can make bone meal. Alright. Oh, wow. I am really... not keeping up with the whole food acquisition versus food consumption ratio. Okay. This is medium soil. We're going to continue with our gathering medium soil. And we'll bring that back. And then we'll plant some stuff. We should have fought the bear. It's probably still there. I didn't notice a bear. If I had, I would have crapped my pants. Was there a bear? No one is telling you to fight a bear. Oh, the boar! Sorry, I misread the word. I misread the word. Misread the word. Alright, let us continue. How much? Oh, that was low for... Okay, I'm just gonna... I don't want to carry it. I guess I may accidentally pick up some more low fertility soil, so I should just hold on to it for now. Just so I have that stack in there. Now, I've heard the reputation of bears precedes them, so... Ooh, what's going on here? More onions. More cans. Remember when I did the Steve Martin thing tonight? That was fun. That was a good time. He hates these cans. Remember? Remember that time I was on the welcome screen and I talked about that movie, The Jerk? That's pretty funny. If you want to cut the berries and leave the bush, use right click. I know that. If I did it, and I know that I forget to do it. So those are the two factors at play. But yes, thank you for reminding me. In fact, I picked a berry bush about 5 minutes ago, and as I did it and I destroyed it, I said, oh, I should have pruned it. Because if you right click, you prune it instead of destroying it. Onions have a low tolerance to heat, but good tolerance to winter. Oh, okay. Yeah, I pretty much I'm just gonna die when winter hits. I'll just be in a constant death spiral. Onions last forever. Okay, well that's good. Okay, I think I'm gonna aim to have a full stack. What is it? Is it 64 as a stack? Oh, and I just read. Oh, what is that? A birch seed. Okay. Here, let's do that. Let's do it like this. Can I just throw it? You just get out of there. I don't want dumb regular soil. Okay. And I'm going to make another shovel head. Yes, that's the plan. I have to talk to myself. I've got to talk to myself through it so I don't forget it because I can know exactly what I want to do. And immediately get sidetracked and do something else and completely forget the thing that I needed to do. That's how I roll. Could just plant the birch seed. Oh, I guess that's true. I prefer to plant it closer to my base, but if I run out, you're right. If I'm running out of inventory space, rather than be like, oh, I can't carry anything else, I could do that instead. Help restore the damage that I've done to nature. All right. 64 is the stack, right? Yeah. Now I'm up to. Where did the last one go? Oh, it's still just chilling there. All right, I'm gonna leave that be. You were also very worried for your first winter. Yeah, and I'm definitely feeling a little more flustered because I'm streaming. Like some of my, which is sad because I've been streaming for 10 years. but as Chris Plays Games once said 5 minutes ago, streaming is hard. But Brad makes it look easy. Which is true. All right, I'm not gonna collect all that stuff. 64 is plenty enough for starting your farm. Okay, it seemed reasonable. I just thought I'd make it a nice even stack. Do I swim faster than I run? It feels like I do. Okay, one downside is I haven't been finding all of those berries that I was hoping to find. All right. So let's see. I think I'll just start a farm over here. Wait, what's this? Turnips. Okay. 2, 3, 4, 7, 8. I know I could be probably harvesting all this for grass. You've got to be strategic. You can't move water around yet. Oh, I hadn't even thought about water. Maybe I should look into whatever tutorial about farming. Because the thought of access to water had not even crossed my mind as a thing. Oh yeah, actually, I'll throw down this birch seed. Just cause. You can get a water pitcher soon. But that's not as good as just placing plants properly. Just plop the dirt in the lake. Oh, okay. That I did not know. When the lake is 2 or 3 things deep, is that going to be a problem? Let me see. So are these all going to be considered watered bricks of earth? Water irrigation goes down by each block. Leave spaces in between the rows. All right, that also is a very good thing to know. Yeah, I'll bet there's... I think the first thing Armando said when he came in is, this game is easy if you read the tutorials, which I haven't been doing. Again, partially due to the lack of focus that I have when I'm streaming. Okay, so I see now the water is filling in the gaps there. Do I need to let that fill all the way back in? All right, that's not perfect. That's not great to see. I feel like I'm messing this up really bad. Do the perimeter of the water. Is that the thing to do? Brad says leave spaces between rows. Maxie says do the perimeter of the water. Tuz asks if this is a Minecraft mod. No. Well, fucking A. But I have heard rumors that this began as a mod. Why am I dying? I don't see anything. What? Oh, I'm dying of hunger. Okay, sorry. I thought I was getting hit by something. Turns out I'm just an idiot and I don't know how to feed myself. Again, because I'm having trouble focusing on what I'm doing. There's a lot of details. You'd think I've never played a crafting survival game before where food and hunger, but I assure you, I can be okay at games like this. It's just my attention is divided in a bunch of... I'm very unfocused. We'll just put it that way. I'm just very unfocused right now. I feel like super duper befuddled and unfocused. And my brain is out of... Oh god. Oh no, those are boars. So far, I thought they would attack me, but so far they haven't. So I'm going to come back over here. I feel like I really screwed the pooch on this one. Like I screwed up the water flow pretty bad. If I hadn't done it the way I did. I feel like if I go too far across here like this, it's gonna break. Gonna test this theory. I'm assuming I'm gonna fall in the water at some point. And I'm guessing because of the way I've disrupted the water flow, that if I close off that brick, it's gonna like kill the water flow back there. So I'm not gonna do it. All right, I've got some of those out. I am going to grab some seeds before the sun goes down, and just get some seeds down, because once the sun goes down, and I'm almost out of bricks anyway, blocks anyways. I'm gonna have to dig up the ones that I planted in the wrong places. What was I gonna do? Get seeds. What was I gonna do it? Now, as flax seeds, smelt seeds, rye seeds. Let's see. I got a bunch of rye. Let's plant. Let's make some rye. Leave one water source in the middle. Do O figures with the dirt. Oh, okay. Yes, that does seem like a wise plan. All right. So this is not working the way I thought. How do I plant seeds? Maybe I should... Okay. Gonna come at my house. Feel like I'm gonna get killed standing right out there. So I'm gonna close this off, and I'm gonna read about how to farm. Because nothing's happening the way I want it to, and or the way that I think it's going to, and it's getting dark. Farming! There it is. Please put dirt on your hot bar. Thanks. Got it. Yeah, because we saw what happened last time. Okay. Farming. It ain't much, but it's honest work. When you've found several seeds and found a place to settle down, it's time to start farming. There are several factors that play into farming. Soil fertility. Soil comes in 4 levels of fertility: low, medium, high, and terra preta. Try to avoid planting crops on low fertility soil. They may struggle to mature in a timely manner. Moisture. Crops need moisture to grow. Planting crops within 3 blocks of water. Within 3 blocks, huh? Okay. Will help them maintain good posture levels. However, you can grow crops even on ground with no water nearby using a watering can or natural rainfall, which will increase soil moisture. Hashtag Backdoor Gaming. Do I have the do I have that on here? I guess it's on this scene. Welcome to Backdoor Gaming. All right, get back.
45 seconds of gameplay.
Like Amanda said, the farther it gets from water, the less effective it is. So literally, if it's water adjacent, it's better than 3 blocks away. So if you can, it should always be water adjacent, I guess is the idea. Okay, I got you. Planting. That's what I couldn't do next. Once you've selected your location to farm, till the soil using a hoe. Ah, ding, ding, ding. That's why I can't plant seeds. I didn't till the soil. All right, I need to make a hoe. All right, that's going to be my next step. Hey, look at this. Oh, whoops. All right, hold on. I tried to pick it up, but I ended up... Remove. Are these... Cooking pots. Okay. All right, now maybe I'm going to put away some of the spears since my inventory is completely full. Maybe I'll put my backup spears. All right, I've got too much going on. I'm not cooking this very second, so I'm going to put the cooking pot in there. I'm not planting seeds this very second because I have to till soil before I can do that. So I'm going to put those in here. I am not cutting down trees. Okay, I was going to grab some of these. Keep that out. I'll keep this stuff out. I got the black currant bush. I'm not putting my head out there, so I'm going to put this bush with the seeds so I can go outside and plant it later once I'm thinking about it. And what was I going to do? I was going to make a hoe. A peridotite hoe head. Sounds like a nasty thing to call a person. All right, we'll put the hoe head. How'd you feel if somebody called you a hoe head? Spears can be laid down facing a wall, 2 per block. Really? Let me try that. Okay, place. How does that work? Control and shift. Interesting. Okay. And oh, because I need to highlight another spear. Oh. Is this convenient? I don't know. But I'll do it. I thought I had more. Didn't I have another one? Did I break it already? Oh, here it is. Okay. Control Shift. Okay, it says it right there in the tooltip. Control Shift. I just didn't notice it. Any tool can be placed like that. That is good to know. That is a thing I did not know. Even though the tooltip popped up, I was not paying attention to it. My brain was otherwise occupied. The brain, you know, have you ever heard that multitasking is a myth? It's true. I'm living proof of that. I'm about to die of hunger. That's a good thing to call out. Let me see. I have a bunch of grain here. So I'm just going to eat a whole bunch of grain. Thanks for calling it out. That was another thing that I hadn't noticed. Because my mind was on other things. I swear I've played a ton of survival games where you've got to keep track of your hunger. You can ask Brad. He hates it. Normally. This is why I was surprised when Brad recommended this game. No, don't care for that. But I don't think they will not come in here. I'm sort of counting on it. But they will not. Oh, I didn't notice I got. Oh, I do have a bunch of food here. All right. Let's put this back in there. Oh. Okay. Grains I'll put back. I'll keep those things. The bone I'll put in my organic storage so I can make bone meal at a later time if I get it out of my... If I would be so kind as to... There. All right. This is going in here. I'm going to keep these because I think I'm going to have to eat these fairly soon. Everything sounds like it could be a zombie because a zombie could be anything. Even Chauncey. No, anything but not Chauncey. You still get scared from time to time when your character honks of hunger all of a sudden. I can see that. Really, these sounds that are happening outside of my hovel are very unnerving to me. Okay. I probably do not need to be carrying around red top grass. I'm not sure if I need it yet. Probably need to plant it just like the current plant. Wait, would I have that with my seeds? Probably picked it up by accident when I was gathering all that dirt. Okay. So, I was going to do something with clay. That was the plan to do for what I was going to do at night. Something with clay. The ones you're looking at are Enshrouded and Abiotic Factor for the survival genre. I have both of those. Actually, Abiotic Factor just came out of early access about a week and a half ago. And I've been sort of waiting to jump back into it to go back into early access. But it turned out, I launched it. I played it for about, I don't know, a half hour. And it was just, it's too stressful. I wasn't ready for it. That's a theme that happens, especially, and I'm in a very sort of overwhelming chapter of my life right now. Not necessarily all bad, but it's very, my brain's dealing with a million things at the same time all the time. That's how I feel like I'm in one of those phases of my life. And a lot of it is, it's not bad. A lot of it is very stressful. So like the whole buying the house and then that whole deal falling through and arguing with the guy and arguing with the guy's lawyer. And even my job is stressful. Everything's stressful. Everything happens at the same time. So that makes it where it's like, hey, certain games I just don't want to play. Like I'm almost thinking I should have just played Crusader Kings 3 tonight, because that's what I was playing before I started playing Vintage Story, which it's complicated as Crusader Kings 3 is. You can't have it move at a very chill pace. This game, I feel like, is happening to me a lot more rapidly than I'm able to process it, especially while streaming. Bowls, storage vessel, a pick and hammer. A pick and hammer mold. Okay. Bowls. All right. Thanks for getting me back on task, because I could have spent the next 20 minutes talking, slowly starving you to death while not doing anything to further my situation. Okay. I am going to make bowls. No. There. And I'm going to quietly concentrate on what I'm doing as I correctly make bowls. I'm probably doing it in a horribly inefficient way. This is, again, a moment I'll look back on and say, what a fool I was. I didn't even know how to make bowls good. I'll go, what an absolute idiot. There we go. And we'll go, and then I'll say, don't be so hard on past self. He was going through a lot. And I'll say, that's no excuse. Look at that shot. Look at that horrible, like, what he was trying to do was really simple. How could he not get it? It was obvious. I am not the gaming Potter. This is true. But the gaming lawyer is two things. Lawyer and a gamer. Oh, is that it? Okay. Let's, all right. Let's get, here's some, did I put all of my hay away? Oh my god, did I get rid of my hay? I've got a little bit of hay. It's really unnerving trying to like routinely do chores when it sounds like the undead is like breathing right into my ear. Oh, I'm gonna run out of sticks. Okay. Well, there we are. I appear to have reached an impasse. How come I can't put that one last stick down, though? Oh, it doesn't matter. Maybe you need to put them down 4 at a time. And then since I only have 1, that's why. It just sounds like normal capitalism. Okay. I got my hoe. Let me read about farming some more. Planting, till with the hoe, uses it right click with the mouse to plant the seeds. Think about temperature and nutrient requirements. Soil nutrients. Tooltip. Till farm will tell you the status of the soil. Nutrients and you store soil and grow. Different plants need different nutrients. What? Okay. The tooltip of the tilled farmland will tell you the status of the 3 soil nutrients. Why am my brain is like starting to break a little. My brain is protesting. So once I till the soil, the soil will have different types of nutrients in it, and you have to use the right nutrient type soil with the right seed. Oh, don't worry about that for now. Okay. Different plants need different nutrients, and we'll use them up from soil as they grow. If the nutrient is low, they'll grow much slower. So maybe they start with the nutrients, and then the nutrients get depleted over time. It's probably crop rotation. Okay, right. That's good. Oh my god, this game has crop rotation? Wow. Okay, that just goes to show you, like, this is what they mean when they say this is it's not Minecraft. It's a hardcore survival game. I don't know that I've ever played a game like this that requires crop rotation. Don't replant the same plant in the same place twice. Yeah, okay. It's time to start saving my poo. All right, yeah. Farmland will naturally regenerate soils over time when left fallow. So yeah, that means that if you just don't plant the same crop over and over again, then the nutrients will regrow. Okay, farmland will naturally generate. There are also several types of fertilizer in the world, which can work. I'll bet bone meal is one of them, but I'm not there yet. Below 10C, crop growth is slowed. Below 0, they don't grow at all. Different crops have different tolerances for extreme temperature. As someone mentioned onions earlier, having a temperature tolerance, both high and low. If a crop is subjected to excessive heat or cold, it may become frost or heat damaged, which will cause it to only give half the yield when you harvest. In extreme temperatures, crops will start to take cold/heat damage, accumulating damage points. The points will go away if the temperature returns to safer levels. However, if the crop accumulates 48 hours of extreme temperature damage, it will die. Dead crops will give a seed, but no other produce at harvest, unless they died very young, in which case they may yield nothing at all. Can you compost expired food? Well, let's see. I'm going to look at fertilizer. You got bone meal, potash, saltpeter, and compost. Compost. Created mixing in barrel, rot, and equals compost. Where does rot come from? Rot. They don't tell you how to make rot. I'm assuming that's when something spoils, you get rot. So I'm gonna try to fill in the blank there. That's the thing. So I think my understanding to answer your question, Maxie, is yes. You can compost expired food. You're not going to have a barrel for a long time. So you compost in a barrel. I won't have a barrel for a long time. So to put a caveat on that answer, yes, you can compost expired food, but I will not be able to do that for a long time. So there we are. What other magic that I was going to do? All right, I think I'm going to need to eat these berries. Wait for those horrible monsters outside to go away. I think I'm am I done? I guess I could make a little bit more with clay. What should I make more of with clay? Is it like one cooking pot makes one meal and it's gone? So it's like you need one cooking pot for each one eating bowl and they each get consumed? Storage vessel. A dread. The pot will last forever. Okay, that is good to know. I was going to make some other things with clay that I cannot now recall what they were. Actually, it's getting real quiet outside. Maybe I can go outside and forage again. Wait, no, I still hear shit out there. They don't get consumed. Okay. I'm going to put the clay away. I think it may be getting... You know what? I'm going to undo one thing. No, it is not. It is not light enough out there for my liking. So I am going to I'm gonna make a knife because my knife's about to be dead and I use my knife a lot. So we'll just get ahead of it. I'm gonna make a knife. Knife blade? Yes. We're gonna skip that. Okay. Oh, but oh yeah, I do have one stick, don't I? Like, oh, I'm out of sticks. I'm gonna have to get more sticks too. Oh no, I need not the actual knife. I need the knife blade. Then I will have a backup knife. Then I have flits. And then I'm gonna put this here so I can put it in my inorganic storage bin. And I got grass. Grass. Knife, fire starter. A fire starter is not that hard to make, right? Maybe I should put the fire starter here with my cooking stuff. Like, do I need to carry this around with me all the time? I can always make another one if I get trapped out in the middle of the wilderness somewhere. Rain will help crops. That makes sense. The only way to make the pot unuseful for cooking is by making candles. Wait, the only way to make the pot unuseful for cooking is by making candles or glue. Probably my brain is going to tell me later. But that just bounced right off. Okay. Flint spear. How do I pick up the flint spear? Can I pick you up? How do I pick it up? I have to pots degrade with use. Right. They say they don't get consumed. Does that mean if you make candles or glue, the pots do get consumed? If you make stew, it doesn't destroy your pot. If you make glue, then you get a pot of glue and can't use it for stew anymore. Oh. Okay. So you use it for something else, and then you can't cook anymore. Because the pot becomes like the pot of glue. And I guess if you use that, then it's gone. Or then you have an empty pot again if you use the glue? I don't know. I guess these are mysteries that I will uncover in time. Use the same pot for glue and stew at my house, but I haven't been feeling well lately. I'm sorry about that, Brad. I mean, I don't know. I remember kids used to love to eat glue when I was a kid. I never did. I always thought like I was always afraid my insides were going to get stuck together. So I was a little scared. The kids when I was growing up, and paste too. I don't know if some of you that are younger than me, if you guys still had the paste when I was growing up. at school we had the paste. It was kind of like, it very much seemed like something that one would like to eat. Yeah. But I was scared. In my mind, I thought if I eat the glue, if I eat the paste, I might, whatever my tubes, my insides might get stuck together, and then I won't be able to eat anymore. It'll all be stuck. You were Play-Doh eater. I didn't think I ate that either. Okay, so but I do feel like I want to figure out. Oh, there we go. How did I do that? Just right click it. Okay, shift right click maybe. Okay, I was going to wasn't I gonna till some soil? That's what I was gonna do. Let me see. Sister told you not to swallow watermelon seeds because they can grow in your stomach. Yeah. Is that not how people get pregnant? Wait, was it right click? Yes, not left click. Alright, just tilling some soil here. I'm an excellent farmer. I till slow on the weekends, but only on Sundays. Yeah. All right, I do believe I'm doing this. Oh. More seeds. Grab sticks next. Yeah, I am totally out of sticks. I forget, if you cut down actual trees, do you get new sticks? I was gonna get more seeds. And turnip seeds. Grab some of those. Let's grab some of these. Is that unusual to have a lot of seeds, Brad? I should put down all the medium soil that I have. All right. Wait, this is my shovel. Okay. So I put all this medium soil over here like an idiot. Idiot. Not realizing that I needed to put it near water because of a little thing called irrigation. Ah! Did you see that? What is that doing out here? Okay, we're at medium rift activity, but you know, it's still daytime. That should not be crawling around outside my house. It was a horrible looking like creeping giant spider the size of a cow. And it just sort of crept by, like, and it would have gone right where I was farming 30 seconds ago. That thing got a real chill down my spine. I'll bet that was a real nasty customer, as they say. They are fast and will chase you. Well, I don't like that. There are probably way better ways of doing this than the way I'm doing it. Avoid if possible. I could probably... I'm probably not doing this optimally, am I? I could probably go like this, right? I was going to say do 2, but no, then it would be blocking. Can I do it like this? I guess everything is technically adjacent. Alright. Well, maybe I'll do a better job later. If you can't avoid, walk backwards and stab with spear with longer range while sprinting backwards. Oh my god. I can tell you're talking from experience. Alright, hold on, which one of these was mine? Where did my hoe go? Alright, am I losing my mind? Didn't I have did the hoe break already? Spear, axe, knife. Alright. It does appear that I lost my hoe. So I'm gonna make another hoe. I don't know, I probably dropped it or did some moron shit with it, but... Oh yeah, and I don't have sticks anymore. That's great too. Alright. Well, as long as I've got these pieces of earth, I'm gonna finish it out. So I think no. Yeah, I didn't remember my hoe breaking. Okay, I see the problem. I think I see the problem here. There is some grass down here. Harvest to break. What the hell is... I don't know what's going on with that. All right. This server's gonna run you. Just craft a bazooka. There you go. It's a good idea. I'll just do that. Cutting the grass. Tile blocks break, so you can't move them. You've got to get new ones. Tiled blocks break, so you can't move them. You got to get new ones. Not sure what the difference is between tiled blocks and irregular blocks. But I will file that in the list of things that will make more sense to me later. Alright, I'm going to cut a tree down. There are a lot of things going on to the list of and things my brain can't process. It's an ever-growing list, much to my dismay. Oh, the tilde blocks. Okay. Sorry, okay, it was a typo. Okay, that's fine. I do typos all the time. We communicate at work. We communicate the most through Microsoft Teams messages. And you know, they got a lot of messenger chat apps let you edit your whatever they called comment, whatever the heck they're called. When you take your turn, you talk in the chat. I don't know what it is. Can't think. Anyway, half of my messages, they're called messages. That's right. No, not half. Probably at least 3/4 of the messages that I write to my team, I edit later because I see typos after the fact. Like if you go to my work, and look at the chat log history, most of my messages have a little thing that says edited. Okay. Flint hoe head. Yes, please. We got that. I think I need to make another axe. Need to make an axe head. And I've almost used all of my sticks. Oh, do I need to do it like that? No. I keep putting flint up there, that's why. There it is. There's the axe head. Alright. Okay, let me review the chat. It's so funny when the cheery music comes on suddenly. Yes. You sounded like you were having a stroke talking about teams. Are you okay? No. It's really flustered. Lol, yeah, we get it. Gaming lawyer needs a gaming spa weekend. Sticks and hay. Sticks and hay are what I need. Alright. I'm writing it all down in my brain. I'm fine, I assure you. Alright, what was I gonna do? I was gonna finish chopping down this tree. To hopefully get a few more sticks. And I actually do need to focus on collecting hay as well. Oh, it feels like that was like hitting a jackpot in Vegas. That's one cool thing about chopping trees down is you get the bottom of the tree and the whole thing falls in a rain of debris, you know. Sometimes you have a small stroke, but it's a prelude to the big one. Yeah, frankly, like, I almost didn't stream tonight because I was like, well, I already told everybody I wasn't streaming. And my brain, honestly, my brain is like fried every day now when I'm out of work. When I get home from work, my brain is like, it's just done. And then that's when I was like, what should I stream? I'm really into this game. Like, I wanted to play more of this game, but then I was like, is this really a good idea for me to try to stream this game? Because of where my head is. Place on ground. Because learning complex games while streaming, while your brain is fried, is for me a recipe for lots of what Brad would describe as strokes. I would describe as a general state of befuddlement with moments of acute befuddlement. You think I'm doing fine? I feel like I've made a lot of bonehead moves. Alright, let's, here, this is where we, nope, this is where we keep our wood. Did I actually get, I got one more stick. Wow, that's great. Alright, I'm gonna need that down here, that down here. Inventory management is a bit of a thing. I'm overthinking the game. Hide at night, get shit done during the daylight. I don't know if I would go so far as to say I'm overthinking. Again, my brain is doing way too many things. But I think the problem is during the day, the get shit done statement, there's a billion things I want to do simultaneously. Like I've got a to-do list of my top priority is these 8 things, and then I can't keep them straight. So I think I need to get sticks. I think sticks may be the bottleneck that is preventing me from thriving at the moment. Okay. We're in high rift activity. Don't like. Here's my very first campfire. When I first was playing the game and it turned dark, I made my fire here, and then it rained all over me and it came really dark and the monsters came after me and it was terrible. And I didn't have fun. The end. Well, I guess technically I did have fun because I kept playing. Sticks are readily available. For some reason, I always seem to have a hard time finding them. Inventory management is better than Minecraft. You can at least open multiple chests at once. I hadn't realized that. But yeah, I do recall seeing somebody do that. I think there's a lot to this game too that once I get it will make it much more manageable. Like learning that I could move the windows around. When the first few hours I played it, every time I opened the wiki to get a recipe, it covered up my crafting screen, so I couldn't see them both at the same time. I didn't realize I could move the thing. Also super easy to get distracted in this game. Right, because every time you have a plan, you're like, I need a till. Oh, I need to plant seeds. I need a till. Oh, wait, my hoe broke. Oh, wait, I don't have sticks to make a new hoe. I need to go get sticks. Oh, I'm starving to death. I need to get berries. It's like... Oh, I just realized some of these are called birch branchy leaves. But they're all mixed in and they're hard to tell the difference. I just cut everything. Then I don't have to think about it. Make myself a schedule, maybe in spreadsheet form. Are you talking about making a schedule for the exact activities that I should be doing at any given time in the game? Listed by priority and time of day or night that I should be working on such things. Some of them are called birch leaves, and some of them, if I point around, say birch leaves with branches. There we go. Birch branchy leaves. Birch branchy leaves are the ones that give you branches. But it's like they're buried sometimes in all the rest of the birch leaves, and it's also a little hard to distinguish them when you're looking at them. So I'm starting to adopt the maybe terrible strategy of just stabbing the shit out of all the birch. Just YOLO it. There you go. Just cut it all. That's what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing. But again, this may be one of those things. The way that I'm doing it, I'll realize later, like, oh, that was really the stupidest way to do it. Cutting it, you burned through so many knives. You know how many knives you destroyed because you cut all those unnecessary, non-branchy birches? Yeah, I'm just gonna punch. Is this even slower, just using my fists for this? I think it is a little bit slower. All the visual clutter is annoying anyway. There, I'm just punching him now. I'm hearing like what sounds like I'm under attack music. I don't know if they have that in this game. Special music that plays when something's trying to kill you. And I just haven't. I'm like, oh, that's good. That's an interesting musical track they're playing now. Oh, there's Pete. Oh my God. Okay, hold on. I gotta get Pete. It occurs to me that I need food very badly. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna come back over here and mark Pete on the map. Where am I? Here. Pete. Oh yeah, and then I look down and immediately say, Armando's like, mark it on your map. And I should absolutely pick up the Pete that I already picked up. I should make another knife. Knife blade. Hey, I got a bunch of sticks though. Got 30. I think that's the most sticks I've ever had. An eagle fern. All right, let's just plant that shit right away. Here, we'll also plant, maybe a little closer to home, some birch seeds. Oh, requires fertile ground. All right, well, fuck that then. All right, and I see you, you god stupid rift. That scares me. I know monsters come out of that or something. I just need to find some food. I need food very badly. All right, I see berries up here. Ripe, 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 empty. Ripe. Let's see, you can save some sticks by making the knife and axes with bones. I think they're slightly more durable. Oh, okay. The stone mountain resembles angel wings. Yes, it does. Maybe I'll mark it on the map as, oh, butterflies. Angel Mountain someday. If I ever get over there. You never. I can name it whatever I want. Okay. How's my inventory? Okay, so I got inventory space. In fact, you know what? Let's eat the berries. Let's fill up on the berries. I think I could be walking while I'm eating the berries, looking for more berries. All right, I ate all the berries. In honor of Nick, I need to make a masturbatorium. I mean, I guess I already made a room with 2 holes in it. I could be like a... I don't know. One of the things you could do with the holes is... They're big, though, but you know. Sometimes you need something big. Ooh, what's that? Hey, I'm at Angel Mountain. What is this? Is that silver? Quartz. All right. I mean, I need bronze to break it. And I'm probably 50 hours away from being able to make anything out of bronze. But, you know. All right. No, I started being like, I'm going to look for all sorts of stuff. I'm going to look for copper. I'm going to look for rocks. I'm going to look at all sorts of cool stuff. And then I got to remind myself, I am looking for food because I'm going to starve. 100 hours? That's probably right. I mean, if I did especially if I did a bunch of this on streaming, definitely be that 100 hours. Because I'm telling you, even when I'm playing on my own, I still have a hard time figuring out from moment to moment what the hell I should be doing. But it's a bajillion times worse when I'm streaming. All right, there's the sun over there. The sun setting over the western horizon. I just realized the map still has a grave marker for me. Oh my gosh. Are there 2 rifts over there? That looks like bad news to be happening so close to my house. Why is it still show my gravestone here? When does that go away? All right, I'm going to my house. Is this my low fertility soil? And there we go. There we go. Get grass, hurry. Wait, why was I going to get grass? God. No, get the... There. I forget. Oh, yeah, for the making the clay. Ah! You... Little son of a bitch. Okay, I don't know how to shoot arrows first. Alright, I don't know how to do that. I'm gonna have to read the wiki on how to throw spears. And I'm seeing other horrible things, so I'm just gonna go in my house. I'm gonna wall myself in. Everything's gonna be fine. Everything's gonna be fine. Just fight, don't be afraid. I did try to branch out and use spears, only to discover that at least in the heat of the moment, I know I hooked one at a fish earlier, but I think I didn't know exactly. I knew it was something I'm holding down the right thing, I'm holding down the left thing, somehow it bumbled out, and I hit the fish. In the heat of the moment, I could not reproduce that. So I'm going to have to I know it's probably a very basic thing. I could see all sorts of little things happening on the screen that were maybe trying to give me visual cues as to like maybe I should be holding the right click and holding left click right when this happens, when the little thing turns red or something. I don't know. But I know the end result was that I discovered that I do not have a 100% confirmed knowledge on how to throw a spear. Build myself a shitty door. Can't they break the shitty doors? I feel like I watched one of the tips and tricks videos saying that the first door that you're able to build is so shitty that you're going to end up getting killed because it's going to break. But maybe I misunderstood. Doors are shockingly strong. Okay. Maybe I should rewatch that video. Or maybe that dude didn't know what he was talking about. I seem to recall him saying something about it. And then the door breaking as he was trying to run away from monsters. And then the monsters coming in and killing him. But I've seen and heard so much information about this game. I could have filed that away completely incorrectly and taken... That's something I do when my brain is trying to absorb too much information. Over a period, and again, like I said, it's over a period of several weeks. My brain is hopefully full, trying to file too much stuff. I get the wrong takeaway. The takeaway is wrong. Here's the lesson. Here's the thing you're supposed to learn. I got it, and I walk away, and I actually did not take away the thing that I should have taken away. You can watch enemies clip through the door all night. I think I don't like that either. It's possible the door will fall down when you try to close it, but it's fine. That's what I saw the guy do. He had a flimsy little door. He was getting chased. He ran to his house. He opened the door to go inside, and the door like fell off. So, whereas it doesn't seem like they go after the dirt bricks at all. As long as I don't have any holes in it. All right. But you know what? I think I needed to call it a night. It's pushing towards midnight. I am tired. I have been severely I haven't gotten enough sleep. I think I've averaged this week like 4 hours of sleep a night. Like I'm running on empty. That's probably another reason why I know I'm always a little bit befuddled and I have a hard time keeping up with chat and reading chat and everything else, but like this week is yeah, this week's been... All my weeks are a little bit, like, challenging for me lately, but this week was a little extra. A fence gate never breaks. All right. No, absolutely no EASA. I was just trying to remember, what does EASA stand for? I have the book right here. I'm not going to open it, though. No, that's federal income taxation. Oh, yeah. Evidence, a structured approach. I was like, is it estates? What was it? That's evidence, a structured approach. All right. We're going to save and leave the world. And then we're going to come over to this... Oh, yeah, and I'll quit, too. Vintage Story. I do really like this game, despite the fact that I'm acting frustrated. Like, I can very easily... I can tell it's the kind of game that I can very easily... sit down and play, and it's 8 hours have gone by and I wouldn't have noticed. Oh, and look at, of course this happens when I stop playing, when I'm ready to call it quits for the night. That's when I draw the big crowd. It says 13 people, not 12 people. I swear, just when I'm on the cusp of breaking into internet fame, exploding, going viral, becoming the next big thing, I go, I'm tired, my brain hurts, I'm gonna stop playing now. I'm old. I can't think good. I'm sleepy. I'm crabby. Go to bed. It was just about to happen for me, too. Only took 10 years. Tonight would have been the night. Vintage Story was what was gonna draw in the crowd. Boomer. It's not okay. Don't encourage his weakness. Thanks, Armando. I did a good amount of progress. I got some stuff done. I learned some things. I feel like I actually learned a lot. It looked like incompetent bumbling, but especially for us, you know, the way that I am on stream, I actually, looking back at all just the little things I learned about the game and during this stream, I think I did actually learn a lot. Yeah, I'm still not sure what I'm doing with my crop designs, but I'll figure it out. I did get killed by a wolf and didn't get stuck in a death loop. Did I die twice? I did die twice. The wolf and then those asshole guys. He got me. Because one of them came into my house because I left my doorway open while I was making it knife heads or something. And the monster, two of them came in and I panicked and then ran out into the dark and I died. So those were my 2 deaths tonight. The triumph of the spirit. It only seemed like incompetent bumbling because we're so accustomed to the high-level, flawless play. I'm glad that I project that level of competence most nights. Yes. I've always suspected that that's how you all felt about me. Top tier gamer. Yeah, 2 deaths, but not in a row. That's an important thing to distinguish. 2 deaths, not in a row. And I died far less than you did when you started. Well, here's probably what, I don't know if I can't speak exactly for sure, but it could have something to do with, I'm a big scaredy pants that hides underground at nighttime. I'm a big scaredy pants that sneaks around, runs away from everything. So, I get the feeling if you died more, it's probably because you were maybe a little more brave than I am. But I don't know. You get killed all the time because you're playing a video in the background and you don't hear the wolves. And and the wolves eat your ass. Okay. Yeah, it says... And the funny thing is, when I stopped playing the game, it said 13, and then I went to the thanks for watching screen, and it went down to 12 for a second. And I was like, oh, yep, they were all about to come in. So, Armando, for reference, like, getting over 10 people in my chat is kind of, it's sort of unusual. I'll usually hover around 10, like 8 to 10, 5 to 10. Depends. So, you know I'm having a busy night when it gets up in the double digits. It's a great success. But audio cues is super important. It turns out. Well, yeah, I agree. Oh, hey, Gabriel. Have you been stealth watching? You subbed and tuned in right before you got on. Oh, you just got here. Okay. All right, cool. Thanks, Gabriel. Appreciate that. Yeah, I mean, I know I hadn't run into a wolf before. Like this time when I ran into a wolf, I was literally in my house, trying to build like an expand my safe area in my house, and a wolf just came into my house. It was just there. Had I heard it howling? I might have heard it howling early before that though. That might have been what prompted me to want to expand my space, because I think I wanted to do. I was gonna do like the kiln pit thing for the clay, and I think part of me was debating, should I do it outside? And then I heard I might have started expanding because I heard monster sounds outside, and I'm like, no, I'm just gonna make an extra little room here so I can do it inside. Oh, appreciate that. Yeah, I'm probably gonna stream. There's a good chance I'll stream this again. I do hop around a lot on games, but this strikes me as the type of game that, and I kind of thought this for a while when I've been looking this game for like a year or two, that if I let myself get into it, I probably end up playing it longer, like sticking with it longer than I do with other games. We'll see though. We'll see. But yeah, if you look at my streaming history, I'm sort of all over. And once in a while, I'll play a game 2 or 3 weeks in a row. But a lot of weeks, it's like every week is a new game. I only stream once a week. I stream Thursday nights. So, and I tend to just stream whatever it is that I'm playing. Unless I think it's a game that would be terrible to watch me play. Sometimes I play games that I'm like, when I stream it. Like JRPGs that are super story heavy. I've discovered it just doesn't seem that interesting for someone to walk into the middle of a story heavy JRPG and be like, oh, what's going on here? It's like, well, sit down. I'm 100 hours into this convoluted story. I'll explain. But sort of sandboxy games could be good this way, though. I think they can be good streaming games, especially if I start getting a little bit better at it. Like, knowing a little bit more about what I'm doing, this could be probably a good streaming game to come back to. All right, you guys. I think I'm going to call it a night. Thank you all for being here. Armando, P. Rich, Gabriel, EV23. Who else? Maxie. Matus. I'll bet you Josadai is here, just waiting for me to turn the lights off so he can complain that I'm left as soon as he got here. What's my favorite right now? You talking about what my favorite game? Right now, this is my favorite game. I was playing Crusader Kings last week, and I probably would have still Crusader Kings 3. I probably still would have played Crusader Kings 3 this week, if Brad had not planted the seed, pushing me over. He pushed me over the not hard to push me edge of wanting to get Vintage Story because I had my eye on it for a while. So Jeff pushed me. I mean, Chris, have you been here the whole time? Anyways, got 200 hours in Dune so far. Yeah, my PC is having its things. It actually crashed when I was playing Crusader Kings this week too. It's just getting very, like, it can randomly crash at any time, or I can just play for a whole weekend. It doesn't crash at all. It's become a little bit random. Some games it crashes more consistently, and I think Dune is one of those games for me. Because when I finished playing The Altars, because there have been a few games I've gotten really into and I finished. The Altars is the last game that I finished. Or was it? No, it's Metaphor Refantasio. I played The Altars and then I went back and finished Metaphor Refantasio, I think. I'm trying to remember what the other way. I'm confused. Anyways, when I finished those two games, I was like, I think I'm ready for something, a little change of pace, and maybe I'm ready to dive into Dune Awakening. And I played it, and 90 seconds after the game loaded, my PC froze. So I'm like, screw it. PC's 6 years old. You know, it could be, I may do a little more troubleshooting before I give up on it, but it could be, I think maybe for my birthday this year, in November, maybe I'll think about if it's new computer time. But, alright, you guys. I'm going to call it. We'll see you. I think, I was calling off the next several weeks because I thought we'd be in the middle of moving. We're still looking at houses, so it's possible. We're kind of like, especially Amanda, feels highly motivated to get a house. So we could start it all over again relatively soon. But as far as I know, right now, nothing's going on Thursdays that'll keep me from streaming. So, I should be, at least as far as I can tell, back next Thursday, and nothing foreseeable keeping me from streaming Thursday nights right now. To buy another house before you got to buy another house before you take a stream off. Is that how it works? All right, y'all can't buy a crack house and fix it up. That was the house that my wife is all into. I keep saying it looks like a house where meth head squatters have been living. It's got graffiti and shit all over it. It's got good bones. It's one of those houses where it's like the house has lots of opportunity and good bones. And for lots of, bring your imagination. I'm like, that's a lot of money to bring my imagination. Anyways, I think my imagination should cost a little less. I mean, big. It's a lot. It's a 6-acre lot. It's a big house. It's like whatever, but it's like it's well over our budget. All right, let's stop talking about it. But yeah, the whole point with that was with the broken out windows and the graffiti all over it. I'm like, yeah, I'm pretty sure like this is where the local like meth heads go to go like get wasted. Well, Amanda's like all excited about the idea of doing a project, but like this one's like there's no toilets, or the showers and toilets are gone. All the stuff, the sink, the kitchen's ripped up. Like nothing's in there, or there's like some rundown cabinets and that's it in the kitchen. I'm like, this house is not move-in ready. Like we won't even be able to live here, or I don't know. It's just the windows, like there's multiple windows broken. I'm like, I don't want to, and it's like way over our budget. I think she's excited because it's big. It's got a lot of, she's excited about like, oh, we can get like alpacas and sheep and goats and all this. Like, she's like getting really excited about all these things we could do with that much land. And I'm like, they all sound like a lot of work. It sounds like I don't want to manage that much. I got enough to deal with already. Anyways, we'll see. I'm very curious to see that, at least see the house though. But I've pretty much said like, I don't think I want to deal with that house. I was stressed out about just having to replace a septic system in a house that was otherwise like really well maintained. Like this house, like nothing is working. Yeah, my wife is like, we can get alpacas. I was like, do we really need 6 acres to get alpacas? Can't we get like a half acre maybe and still get alpacas? Why do we need 6 acres? So, but then it's out sort of like a wildernessy area too. So she's like, oh, you could probably find a camping spot on her own property, and we could have like family campouts and stuff. Certain things she said, I was like, that would be kind of cool. Actually, if our property was big enough and it was like, it's sort of in a borderline like wilderness location where it's like, oh, yeah, we could go camping in our own backyard because our yard is like, just part of it is just untamed wilderness. But anyways, yeah, I'll fly you all out to help and feed you, because that's something that you do when you buy a house that's 50 grand over your budget. Spend a whole bunch more money. Okay. All right, I should stop being negative. I gotta not be so negative, you guys. Calm down. All right. You all need to calm down too, especially you, EV23. Settle down. This Vintage Story Con in the backyard save you hundreds of dollars. Would you? Evie, seriously, I don't know what gets into you around midnight, but you were just out of control over there. Oh, Brad's all worked up too. Come on. All right, you guys, just, hey, take a deep breath. All right, here. It off. It's not just a break. It's the end of the line. Lights are off. Stream is over. You take a deep breath. Take a deep breath. Calm down. Unclench your butt cheeks. It's where a lot of your tension is coming from. They're the largest muscles in your body, you know. Just relax them. Don't do it so much that you make a mess. Just relax. Just relax and listen to this. Go to sleep and good night. Your eyes are getting so heavy. Go to sleep now. AV23, Gabriel Giel, Fanboy, P. Rich, J. Maxi, Armando, Matus. I'll be waiting for you. I do believe that is the first time the sponsorship jingle has interrupted my lullaby. But how can I be upset at a notification that you've been a member for 94 months? I probably just need to do it again. Go to sleep and good night. Your eyes are getting so heavy. Go to sleep now. Even 23, J. Maxi, Armando, Matus, P. Rich. Go to sleep, Gabriel. I'll be waiting for you in your dreams. Jasadai, who's probably there. Chris Clay's Games was there too. I know I probably forgot somebody. I'm a terrible person. That's right, Chauncey is alive.